Mary's neural implant screamed danger at 0:03 station time. She jolted upright in the observation pod, her hand instinctively reaching for the plasma rifle that should have been mounted beside her bunk. Empty. Corey had taken it on his patrol sweep of Sector 7, where the gene-modded wolf packs roamed the terraformed valleys of Kepler-44-b. The habitat's biomonitors flashed red across her retinal display. Unauthorized entry. East airlock. 3 humanoid signatures. Mary's breath caught. The cubs. She rolled from the bunk, her bare feet silent on the cold titanium floor. Through the reinforced windows, Kepler's twin moons cast silver light across the research station, a cluster of pressurized domes nestled in the wilderness. Beyond the perimeter, she could see the Din, a modified environmental shelter they'd constructed for the alpha pair and their 6 cubs. The first generation of Earth wolves successfully adapted to alien atmosphere. The project had taken 4 years. Genetic reconstruction, atmospheric compatibility protocols, behavioral conditioning. The alpha male specimen K-0-2Ju, though Corey called him Ghost for his silver-white coat, had been their breakthrough. His mate, smaller but fiercer, had produced viable offspring 3 months ago, and now someone was inside their den. Mary accessed the security feed. 3 figures in unmarked environmental suits moved through the habitat with military precision. Poachers, the black market for xenobiology specimens, had exploded since the colony ships started arriving. A gene-modded wolf pup adapted to alien worlds could sell for millions back on Earth. One of the intruders held a neural stunner. Another carried a specimen container cryo-enabled, large enough for multiple subjects. Mary's jaw clenched. She pulled on her environment suit, fingers flying over the seals. No time for full protocols. The atmospheric pressure was tolerable for brief exposure, even if the oxygen content made her lungs burn. She grabbed the emergency medkit and a plasma torch meant for cutting metal. But it would have to do. The station's AI chimed softly. Warning, alpha male, absent. Tracking indicates specimen K07 is 8 kilometers northeast, beyond communication range. I know, Mary whispered. Corey had gone with Ghost to investigate unusual seismic readings near the canyon ridge. The alpha male had bonded with him during the conditioning phase, trusted him like pack. She was alone. The den's entrance was a short sprint across open ground. Mary's boots crunched on the crystalline gravel Kepler's soil, rich in silicon compounds that glittered like broken glass under moonlight. Her suit's external temperature gauge dropped to -15 Celsius. Her breath fogged inside the helmet. Through the den's translucent polymer walls she saw movement. The female wolf specimen K-0 the Lapan Luna stood over the cubs. Hackles raised. Teeth bet. The cubs huddled behind their mother, 6 small bodies pressing against the wall. One poacher aimed the neural stunner. Mary didn't think. She slammed her fist against the emergency release, and the den's secondary door hissed open. Back away from them. Her voice boomed through the suit's external speakers. 3 helmeted heads turned. The one with the stunner pivoted toward her, just the babysitter. The poacher's voice crackled over the open channel. Male augmented vocal cords. Probably military surplus. Stand down, scientist. This doesn't concern you. Those animals are legally protected research subjects. You're violating about 15 interstellar treaties. Treaties don't pay. Move aside. The stunner's charge indicator glowed green dot. Mary raised the plasma torch. I said back away. The lead poacher laughed a cold, filtered sound. You're gonna cut us with a maintenance tool. Luna snarled, her bioluminescent eyes flashing amber, a stress response they'd engineered for low-light hunting. The cubs whimpered. The poacher with the cryo container moved toward them. Mary triggered the plasma torch. A white-hot jet of ionized gas screamed across the space, missing the poacher's helmet by centimeters. The beam scored a black line across the polymer wall. Next one takes your head off. The poachers froze. Mary's hands shook. The torch wasn't designed for combat. It had maybe 30 seconds of fuel left. Her neural implant was already calculating trajectories, threat assessments, probability of survival. The numbers weren't good. There's 3 of us, the leader said slowly. 1 of you. Bad math. There's 4 of us. Mary stepped beside Luna, the wolf's shoulder pressed against her hip, warm even through the suit's insulation. And she's already killed 2 people who tried to take her pups. Check your colony records. A bluff. Luna had never killed anyone, but she'd defended the cubs against a cave-in last winter, nearly dying in the process. The poachers hesitated. Mary's implant pinged. Incoming signal long range. She didn't dare look away to check it. You've got 10 seconds, she said. Then I seal this habitat and flood it with nitrogen. You'll suffocate before you breach the walls. Another bluff. She had no such control. But the leader's stance shifted. Uncertain. 5 seconds. The plasma torch sputtered. Fuel warning. Luna growled, a sound that resonated in Mary's chest even through the suit. 2 seconds. The lead poacher raised his hand. Fall back. Not worth it. They moved toward the door. Mary didn't lower the torch even as the flame died. She stood rigid, Luna beside her, watching the poachers retreat through the airlock. The door sealed. Mary's legs nearly gave out. Luna turned to her cubs, nosing each one, counting them. All 6 safe. Mary sank to her knees, adrenaline crash hitting like a hammer. Her hands trembled. The neural implant finally displayed the delayed message. Corey, ghost detected irregular seismic activity. Tracking back early. ETA 12 minutes. 12 minutes too late. She felt Luna's breath on her helmet, warm condensation fogging the faceplate. The wolf's eyes met her Zamba, an ancient and aware in ways that shouldn't be possible, not even with genetic enhancement. It's okay, Mary whispered. They're gone. Luna returned to her cubs, circling them, settling down so they could nurse. The pups climbed over their mother, squeaking and whining. Mary sat against the wall, watching them. Her heart rate slowly descended from critical levels. The habitat door opened 13 minutes later. Corey stumbled in, rifle raised, ghost at his heels. The massive alpha male's coat rippled silver in the artificial light, his body tense, ready for threat. Then Ghost saw Luna and the cubs safe. He crossed to them in 3 bounds, nuzzling his mate, checking each pup with systematic precision. When satisfied, he turned to Mary. For a long moment, the wolf stared at her. Then he approached slowly, lowered his head, and pressed his muzzle against her chest, a gesture Corey had documented as pack acceptance. What happened? Corey's voice was hoarse. Mary pulled off her helmet, breathing hard. Poachers. 3 of them. They came for the cubs. Are you? I'm fine. Luna and we held them off. Corey looked at the plasma torch, dead and cooling beside her. At the scorch mark on the wall. At his partner, unarmed and shaking. You're insane, he said softly. Maybe. Mary reached out, her fingers brushing Ghost's silver fur. The alpha male allowed it, a privilege earned. But they're family, and you don't abandon family. Outside, Kepler's moons continued their eternal dance, casting light over a world where Earth's children, human and wolf alike, learned what it meant to belong.